Eltnum is a rushdown-oriented character with heavy space control. A large strength of Eltnum is that, with appropriate resources, she's able to get a full combo off of nearly any stray hit on the screen. Before I go into punishes, I would like to go over a core mechanic of Eltnum. At round start, she has 13 regular bullets, a finite number of bullets, and when she needs more bullets, she's required to reload. There is a meter underneath the bullets, and during the reload, if Eltnum correctly times her reload to hit the sweet spot of the meter, she gains enhanced bullets. Enhanced bullets improve frame data and combo ability of her bullet moves. If Eltnum runs out of bullets and tries to use a gun special, she will attempt to reload and is extraordinarily minus and open for a punish of your choice. Eltnum's 236 bullets function as a strong mid-range projectile. A perk of the 236 bullets is that the hitbox comes out instantaneously, unlike other fireballs that have travel time. The A bullet and enhanced A bullet come out in 11 frames and are -3 and +1 respectively. The B version shoots 3 bullets. The B bullet and enhanced B bullet come out in 13 frames and are -6 and -1 respectively. The X gunshot is a full screen laser that allows Eltnum to hit confirm anywhere on screen. It has 12 frames of startup and is -12 on block, so if done with poor spacing, it is punishable. The X gunshot is a good way for Eltnums to gain enhanced bullets when they have the meter. Increased 236 performs Eltnum's ricochet shots. The A and B versions cover each other's blind spots very well. The A ricochet and enhanced A ricochet come out in 24 and 21 frames respectively, and are -4 and +3 respectively. The B ricochet and enhanced B ricochet come out in 24 frames and are -6 and -0 respectively. On counter hit, she can get a meterless full screen conversion from them, and even without counter hit, she can use EX gunshot to get a full screen confirm. All non-EX bullets can be EX cancelled on block or whiff. Because ricochet shots have 20 frames of startup, if you recognize this, you can use a move that has full screen presence to interrupt her before they come out. Eltnum shoots towards the ground with her 2-2 bullets. The A version shoots 1 bullet and has 10 frames of startup, while the B version shoots 5 bullets and has 17 frames of startup. The normal and enhanced versions of this move have the same frame data. The A and B versions are -1 and +8 respectively, and while 8 frames seems scary to deal with, this spends a lot of bullets on Eltnum's part, and resource management is everything against Eltnum. Simply mash shield once you recognize the 2-2B attempt to gain grid advantage and properly wait out your turn. Guard thrusting 2-2B can be a reliable way to avoid this frame advantageous state as well. All 2-2 bullets can be EX cancelled on whiff or block. Eltnum's 2-2C performs her reload. With a full clip, Eltnum's reload functions as a feint. Eltnum's 2 and 4 performs her hit throw with her whip. The B version hits further than the A version, and the X version performs a force 3 stay. They hit low, so they can catch dash back or walk back attempts very well. Despite their low appearance, they have relatively tall hitboxes, and the A and B versions are air unblockable, so it can catch assaults and jump attempts. The C version also has some use in snagging characters out of their fireball attempts. The A, B, and C versions are -8, -11, and -9 respectively, so punish appropriately if spacing permits. Eltnum 623 performs a relatively standard Shoto DP. The A and B versions have 5 frames of startup. ADP is not fully invincible, but it has frame 1 head and dive invulnerability. Be aware that the A version is special cancelable before she leaves the ground up to the apex of her DP attempt on whiff or block. BDP has invincibility from frame 1, but cannot be cancelled on whiff or block. CDP has 3 frames of startup, which means it beats safe jump attempts. The A, B, and C versions are -15, -25, and -29, so punish appropriately. New to UNICLR, Eltnum can also DP in the air. The A and B versions have head invulnerability, but are not invincible. The A version is air blockable, while the B and C versions are air unblockable. The A version also allows for actions during recovery, while the B and C versions have recovery until grounded. The X version is fully invincible starting from frame 1. 421 performs cutting sync. 421A performs just the dash. It is 30 frames overall, with projectile invulnerability from frames 4 through 21, and throw invulnerability from frames 8 through 21. Though frame data and UNICLR changeless don't seem to list this, 421A seems to have some strike invulnerability, though she is always punishable regardless of the normal she cancels out of if you mash light normals. Eltnum performs a kick out of the initial dash with 421B. It also has projectile and throw invulnerability. The B version can be cancelled into other specials on block. It has 25 frames of startup, so try to interrupt it if spacing permits. 421C is a great reversal that can be comboed off of, as it is fully invincible frames 1 through 3 and strike invulnerable frames 4 through 19. Jumping 2 and 4 performs her command dive. Jumping 2 and 4A is a hit throw that is EX cancelable on hit. Jumping 2 and 4B is a command throw. It is not EX cancelable, but a full combo can be acquired through chain shifting. Jumping 2 and 4C is a hit throw. With appropriate spacings, the ANC versions can be made plus even on shield. Eltnum's whip pulls her opponents closer to her to apply normal pressure with 5cc. The second hit is normally +3 on block. There is a gap between the whip hits of 5cc, so if shielded, it can be thrown, jumped, or reversaled, but it is a hard callout that can be counter-hit with special cancels out of 5c. Eltnum's normal 6B is an overhead. It has 26 frames of startup and cannot be rebeated on block. It must be special cancelled. Eltnum's increased 6B has 33 frames of startup and can be rebeated on block. The best way to punish this move is to punish the startup of it. Eltnum's dash B is a swift mid-hitting kick. It leaves Eltnum airborne and is special cancelable. Without cancels, it's -5. A good standing normal will beat out dive attempts. However, jumping DPs will counter hit you and can net you a full punish. Thus, a 5-frame reversal or a well-timed chain shift to pause and see what Eltnum is doing to punish are advised. Eltnum's dash C is a quick hop into a dive kick. It hits twice and the second hit is an overhead. It is -5 on block, so it can be punished with 5-frame normals or a throw. It has the same landing recovery when shielded. It is mostly used as a combo tool, but be aware of this option. Eltnum has a good forward dash at 4 frames of startup and a decent back dash at 25 frames. However, she does not have good forward or backward walk speed. Eltnum is able to change her jump momentum with her dive kick, dive grab, increased jump C, and new to UNICLR, Eltnum can now drift on neutral jumps and has a jumping backdash. Eltnum has excellent stagger windows for her normals. These stagger windows are key in her game because she has a lot of frame advantageous moves as well. Thus, she thrives on free-forming her pressure to keep her opponents guessing as to when it is their turn. Eltnum also has an air throw, which is the fastest move in the game at 2 frames of startup. She gets a full conversion off of an air throw, and it functions very well as a throw tech OS. When you pressure Eltnum on her wake up or in throw mix-up situations, be aware of this option. Sometimes doing nothing is the best option in order to let her jump and whiff the throw during the OS attempt. It has a lot of landing recovery, so punish the landing frames appropriately if the OS attempt whiffs. Eltnum's 2B is a powerful normal that deserves its own acknowledgement, as it advances her forward and is very quick at 7 frames of startup. So Eltnum uses this move to advance and continue point-blank stagger pressure, set up 6B, or set up appropriate spacing for specials. Moreover, Eltnum's 6B allows her to Kara throw, so her throw stagger game plan is extraordinarily strong. Shielding against Eltnum's stagger pressure becomes dangerous due to the Kara throw. A weakness of Eltnum is that all of her low normals can be low crushed, so if your character has airborne moves, you can call out counter poke attempts with a low crushing move. Eltnum's force function is also a powerful tool in her arsenal. Eltnum's force function can be cancelled into normals or specials. Thus, recognizing your turn can be difficult because she can do normal strings, cancel into her force function, then go back into normal strings at the cost of her grid gauge. Typically, Eltnums use normal strings, then go into 421B to gain ground, cancel that into force function, then repeat their normal pressure. Additionally, Eltnum has 2 Vorpal traits that change a lot of how you approach fighting her. With Vorpal, Eltnum is allowed to cancel A normals into other normals or specials on whiff. One notable application for this change is that she can blow up reversal backdashes with 5A into 2C. Her second trait is that she can backdash cancel anything that's EX cancelable except gunshots while in Vorpal. A good way to get out of a lot of Eltnum stagger pressure comes when a character has a relatively strong backdash. Many of her strings can be escaped, even in the corner, with good backdash timing. This has a slight risk when she does have Vorpal, but recognizing Eltnum's patterns can allow you to take your turn back. Due to the fact that Eltnum requires resources to be strong, I consider bulletless, Vorpal-less Eltnum and enhanced bullet, Vorpal Eltnum almost 2 completely different characters. In a match, she either gains momentum very quickly, gains resources and wins hard, or loses momentum, does not have access to resources, and loses hard in matches. Properly taking advantage of Eltnum when she does not have enhanced bullets is vital in the matchup. Thus, I'm reluctant to say she's top tier, but she's right on the cusp of being top tier. Eltnum doesn't really struggle in most matchups besides Yuzuria due to her teleports, and Batista due to the fact that she can't be counter hit, and goes even against most of the higher top tiers. Overall, Eltnum controls the screen very well, and, especially in Vorpal, she has very free-form pressure. Thus, it can be hard to know when it's your turn against her. She also has a lot of very easy ways to make herself frame advantageous with the help of enhanced bullets. Good recognition of her resources, including bullets, Vorpal, meter, and stage positioning, go a long way in dealing with her. Without the appropriate resources, she's much less of a powerhouse and can be capitalized upon. If you have any additional information or feedback, feel free to let me know in the comments.